Hey everyone, and welcome to the Hair Healer Podcast. I'm the host, Colleen Dixon, aka the Hair Healer. On my show, I interview clients, hairstylists, healers, friends, family, people in the beauty industry, and sometimes just a person with a story. We discuss their lives, healing journeys, astrology, inner child healing, spirituality, trauma, hopes, dreams, and everything in between. All questions are channeled to me in the moment while doing the interview. My hopes is to give a raw and uncensored view into someone's world and soul in hopes to raise the consciousness of the planet and bring connection back into the world. Now join me and let's go exchange some energies. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Hair Healer Podcast. It's a new week, a new day, a new vibe, a new whatever it is. This is going to be, after today's episode, 2 more episodes left of this season. I want to remind everyone, pay attention to my Instagram and Facebook at the Hair Healer 1111, Colleen Dixon on Facebook, because I will soon be doing an end of season contest / giveaway. The prizes are amazing. I'm super excited about it. So the contest rules and everything will be released hopefully by the end of next week. It's officially been a week since I was like, holy shit, yeah, I'm not going back to the salon. And I want to start with, it was really not planned. I mean, yes, in one way, consciously it was, things I'm always thinking about, but another way, like, no decision in my life is ever really planned. And that is a blessing, and that is a curse, I can tell you. Sometimes it goes amazing, and I can just jump into things and just go with the chaos, and other times it brings the chaos. So, but this time, this is a good thing, and I knew in my heart of hearts. It was so weird because when I left the salon on March 14th, something said to me, I will never be back, and my entire life's going to be different after this quarantine. And again, there was no reason why. I mean, I loved it there. And I remember even thinking, oh, we'll be back in 2 weeks. But like, this voice said that to me. And the longer time went, again, I merged my niche, right? I never was someone who cared about being on behind the chair or the top balayage or whatever the hell it was. Like, I love the connection with people. I love the healing. I like to understand their energy, and give them hair based, on themselves, and more so just the connection. And I really, really got in touch with that. And like, where do I want to go with my career? Now I've built it and I can niche, and, I'm doing a lot with astrology. I'm in an astrology course, and I was like traveling, I'm going with the times. Again, I'm just constantly, and I was like, you know what? The longer I went out, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going back. I think going back to the salon and any salon is actually going back into my career, like going backwards. Like, I see so many major things far beyond this podcast. Like, this podcast is huge too, but I have so many dreams, and like, my entire life has changed. So why not just go for it now? You know what I mean? Life is short, and I'm just embracing it. So it's been a week since I said that. So again, I really thought I had way past the 4th of July. So there's no way we're opening up. And I hate making decisions. If there's something that I think I need to do for my life that will benefit me or make me better, but in some way or form, but it somehow maybe isn't the best for you, like, I have problem then not doing something better for myself or whatever. So this was a huge thing just to take this leap. And I was like, oh, it's not coming. The summer solstice just came, and I was out in Pittsburgh, like I said, driving out there back home. And I pulled off the turnpike, and I went in, and I did the summer solstice, if you watched it, video about restarting your life, blah, blah, blah. I come back in from the bathroom, and is a message from my boss. Oh yeah, we're back next week. We're opening. I don't know if you heard. And I was like, holy shit, the moment's now. I'm not even ready for any of this. And to me, it's like, it's so much has changed. Like, I'm just going to jump into it. I'm not going to go back. Going back would, defeat everything. And I just said, you know what? Yeah, I'm not coming back. I made the decision. It was so scary. I was so sick. I was like sick to my stomach, and I went back to see my old boss, Jimmy, and I can't wait for that episode in season 2. And he always used to say I was a star. And when I was getting high, he used to say I was Lindsay Lohan. But nevertheless, he said, you're a star. Follow, I believe in you more than anything. And you can just trust yourself, and you're going to do it. And I don't think I've slept since then. It's been a week. Again, I haven't been able to reach out to every client personally. I wanted to, but there's so much going on. I lost my numbers during this. So much craziness. And sometimes in life, you just have to drop the fucking hammer in life. Like you have no other choice but to just swiftly change, right? Because that's what life is about. You just have to swiftly fucking change, and there's nothing else that you can do. And you just let people, places, and things fall where they may fall, right? Some people are gonna be happy, some people are not, some people are this. And those that are gonna align with you and align with your new path and align where you're going will be there, or they will come find you. And those that aren't anymore are gonna fall off, okay? And that it's been practicing radical acceptance, because also the clients I've been in contact with, it's almost been like groundhog. It's like not Groundhog's Day. I mean, the last couple months have been really Groundhog's Day, but it's almost like breaking up over and over again. Only I'm not quite breaking up with everyone, but it's sort of like, look, I'm not going into the salon anymore. It's like, it's me, not you. And some clients are like, this is great. I've been waiting. I want someone to come to my house, blah, blah, blah. And some clients are like, yeah, I'm sorry, that's not going to work. And I'm okay. So before I made this decision, I knew I had to practice radical acceptance, which I think we need to practice all the time. And I know I do, and just fully accepting and not letting the ego get in the way or taking anything personal. So it's been a week. If I have not gotten back to you, reached out, gone to your text, reached to you personally, I am so, so sorry again. There's a million things going on. I talk about a lot. I do have ADHD, and I don't take any good medicine for it. And that is a real disorder. I'm not someone who just says it. If you're around me, you can see it. So there's so many times when something like this happened, and I'm doing still all of this on my own, plus the podcast, it just blew up. And again, I'm not complaining. I am a Virgo rising, so I love to work. Nothing makes me happier, gives more pride for me working, especially for my creation. So I'm certainly not complaining. I thrive in this, and I thrive in chaos. I thrive in rising from the mud, the ashes, whatever it is. That's just what I know how to do. I know how to rebuild a life pretty fast in just different areas, right? Life, again, that's like the ADHD. That's also a blessing and a curse. So again, this is going to be a journey. You guys are going to be on this entrepreneurship. I couldn't believe it. 15 years behind the chair. I'm still behind the chair, but 15 years like in a salon setting. And I never knew how that, but I know more than anything, I'm never going back to a salon. I don't know how else everything will look and traveling and my whole career, but I can tell you, besides going in to do interviews and being a talk show and things like that, I'm probably never going to go to work behind a chair in a salon setting again. And I never knew how that ending would look. But when I knew, I just knew it was done. It was done for me not to be a salon anymore. I kept thinking of my dad loved Kenny Rogers. We even played The Gambler when he died, and at his funeral, and he would always sing it to me you got to know when to fold them. And I just knew this is when to fold it. It was just when to fold this time and jump into this new way of life that I have no idea how any of this is going to work out. I don't know how my hair healer plans, merging everything's going to work out. I don't know how, like astrology, traveling, my podcast, but I know it's all going to work out. Everything has worked out. I have just let go this entire time for the most part, and it's just all working out. Again, I don't know what way, shape, or form, but I do know that it's all going to be okay, and you guys are going to be on this journey with me, watching me build it all from scratch, and I appreciate all those who have been watching me build this from scratch as well. So, each week you'll hear what it's like as I'm building. I can't believe it. So again, if I didn't answer you in an email, a DM, a text, please send me another one. Even 3. You won't annoy me. Trust me. I just will annoy you. But anyways, let me jump into today's episode. We are with another fabulous hairstylist, actually in Philly, but this was recorded about 3 weeks ago, still during like quarantine lockdown. So we were doing it over Zoom. So we were really only a half hour away from each other. So we're both in Philadelphia area, but Juan from J.Saleem Hair Studio in Philadelphia, he is so cool. He's a Leo. So, we Leo and Gemini, fire and air, we were just gabbing away. And he talks so many, he gives us good advice for moving forward in the salon now and just salon owners in general. And he has some crazy stories with employees, and it's a really fun episode, lighthearted, but also will give us some good advice for hairstylists and anyone in general going back to the workforce that's back in it right now, and people starting out in the beauty industry and just different lessons. I'm really excited about this episode. I think it's perfect that this is coming out right when salons just opened this past weekend. And I hope everyone in the hair world is doing really well. I'm sending you all lots of positive vibes, abundant vibes, love right now. I know it's crazy in there. You're doing hair totally different than you would ever have. You're not connecting. We're empaths. We're intuitive people. We have trouble connecting with not the gloves, but the glasses, the mask, all of that. Okay. Remember, this won't be forever and we will make it through this. All right. Love you guys. Again, everyone stay tuned. Please follow me on Instagram at the Hair Healer 1111. And if you would like to be on the show, if you just have any questions, you just want to email me, the Hair Healer Podcast at yahoo.com. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, send this to someone. All right. Let me jump into this episode. Here we go. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Hair Healer quarantine series, maybe like mini quarantine series now. I don't know where we are. We're like the yellow quarantine series, I think. So I think I might be starting myself to merge out and do interviews now back in person, not just in Zoom, but right now we're on Zoom and I'm super excited. I found Juan maybe a year ago or 2 years ago on Instagram. And of course, as astrologer, he's a Leo and I instantly loved his Leo stuff and I could see the Leo in him, his birth. I was like, oh my God, he is so Leo. Everything about him is amazing. And the way he presents himself, and I've watched his work, which is unbelievable. And then I was like so excited to find he was in Philadelphia, super close to me. So it is J.Saleem Hair Design, correct?
Uh-huh.
And like usual, I feel like I always say on here, we start talking because I like to start talking at first to get the vibe. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, stop talking. Like my listeners need to hear this. This is amazing. So he was telling us, and go ahead, start that your father, prior to he owned a salon. We're talking about how he got into it, but he never did hair. So start with that story.
Okay. So when I was maybe somewhere between the ages of 5 and 7, my dad owned a hair salon and the name of the salon was called Perfect Profiles. And, you know, he never did hair. He just was a businessman. He knew how to make money. He knew how to flip money. He knew how to open businesses, but he just did not know anything about the hair business. So fast forward to umpteen years later, I had this dream because I was in the process of opening up my salon. And so
this was in the process. Okay. So in the process of you opening your salon,
in the process of me opening up my salon, I was trying to figure out the name of the salon. And I had already been putting on social media, J.Saleem Hair Designs and all those different kind of things, which I was never really going to name my salon at because I wanted to make sure that I named something after my dad. Aww. And when I had this dream one particular night, and you know how sometimes in dreams that you can hear the person or see their mouth moving, but you really can't see the whole face.
Yeah.
So he had his back turned to me and we were walking and I think we were having a discussion and all I could hear him say was, "You're playing. Why are you playing? Stop playing." So I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So he was walking upstairs and mind you, I have stairs in my salon.
Oh, wow.
And we were already in my salon. Like we were in there because the color scheme was black, gray, and silver. And that was the color scheme of the salon. So he's walking up these stairs and he said, "It's not about me. It's about you."
Aww.
So when he said that, I woke up the next morning and I'm like, well, what was he talking about? So again, those names stuck out. And then when I looked at my name and it said J.Saleem Hair Designs, I said, oh.
Wow.
He's not. Oh, okay. He basically said, "Do not name that salon after me because that's something that I did and I didn't do it well.
Wow.
You have this and you're going to do well." So I named the salon after myself, but it's still an honor to him because my father named me.
Wow.
And my first name is my uncle, which is his brother. My first name is my uncle's middle name.
Wow.
And my middle name is my father's best friend's name.
Holy shit. That's some deep ancestral energy right there in your name. Oh my God.
Yeah. So my mom was like, okay, you gave him all these names. He's not going to have your last name. So Moses is my mother's is her name. Yeah. So it's like, I tell people all the time, like, my father is always with me wherever I go, whether it be home or my business. Sometimes when I come home, I can smell him because he had a particular smell. Yeah. And sometimes when I smell it in my home, I know he's here. Or if I go to the salon, I know he's there.
That's a really big thing. And a lot of times our loved ones come to, my dad also passed away 10 years ago, come to us with like smells too, because we know it. It's such a unique smell. So you know they're there because it will be some, like you'll be in the car somewhere where the and all of a sudden like, wait, Kate, what? You're here? You know what? I feel like too, when you're talking about that, like your salon, your dream, your path is very, very heavily guarded and guided by angels. It's all in that name. That's like, I have chills talking about that. When did you open the salon?
So October 12th, I will be there for 4 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So how's the journey been? The good, the bad, the ugly of salon ownership?
Okay. So year 1 was great. Year 2 and 3 was like, can I cuss?
Oh yeah, cuss away. Yeah, we're very cuss friendly.
Year 2 and 3 was like, what the fuck?
Why? What happened?
Well, first of all, what happened? Well, I'm in year 3 right now, going toward 4.
Okay.
So year 3 is this pandemic.
I got you. So we were okay. Yeah.
So like everything was good. Like I'm still doing great. Yeah. But it was like phenomenal in the beginning. Like I had a full staff. I felt like the energy was right. Everybody was getting along. But then one person dwindled off because she wanted to go back to nursing school. Another person was still there, but she wasn't stretching herself. And then I tried to stretch her, and then that didn't work. And then she wound up leaving. So then I found another stylist. That didn't work. So then I tried to make an all-male salon with all male. That didn't work.
Wait, what happened there? What happened with the all-male salon? I've never heard of an all, besides like a bar, but not an all-male salon. So I would like to know what happened.
So, okay. So it was still going to be, I had a barber. Let me say that.
Okay.
I had a barber, and the culture of barbers is totally different, especially in the African-American industry. It's just a different world.
And can you explain different from the hair salon to the barber shop?
So basically, barbers are the epitome of independent contractors.
Yeah. Like
they think, I don't have to do what you say. I come to work when I feel like it. If I want to stay until midnight and just sit here all night, that's what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. And they don't have a mentality of business. They have most of them, not all of them.
Not all of them.
They have a mentality of hustle. And I always tell people there's a fine line between hustle and business. And you have to think more business, because if you're just hustling, I look at hustling like a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Drug dealers only make a certain amount of money because they got to buy the next car or the next gold chain or whatever. And then after that, they slow it down.
Yeah.
When you're a businessman, you're constantly thinking, how can I do better? How can my business become better? How can I make more money while I sleep?
Wow.
And
yes.
That's the mentality of some barbers, not all.
Not
is
all.
Like that. And he came to me, this particular barber, and he said he wanted to change. He wanted to do better. He wanted to do different. And I said, okay, well, these are the things that you have to do. And one of the things that I always do and have done since the beginning of my career, I've always entertained myself with other hairstylists, other barbers, other people in my industry, which, whether it be like a meetup or a hair show, anything. And just like now, like we're talking and we're meeting and we're getting to know each other. Yeah. Those are things that I like, because you are my industry. Yeah. I am your industry, regardless of race and all that other kind of stuff. We're in the same industry of hair and beauty.
Yeah.
So I like to know what's going on. And he just was not there. And I mean, it's just so many.
Like cared about the money, really, the grind for the money.
He was just on grind mode 24/7. And I said, well, okay, you want to be about the money. I said, you can't come in at 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon and think you can stay till 12 and 1 in the evening.
No.
I said, that don't work like that. I said, older men like to get up and get their hair cut by 8, some about 7.
Yeah.
You can do a whole full day's work and be home by 6 o'clock and make your money. And he didn't see it that way.
Wow. So you guys just had to part ways?
Well, there were some other interesting things that happened.
I would love to hear it if you don't mind sharing.
Sure. I have no problem telling it either. Well, the first thing was
spoken like a true Leo.
Yeah, the first thing was that pissed me off was that he smoked marijuana in my salon.
Inside the salon? In between client, what would he do? Like just sitting there in the salon?
So it was a Saturday afternoon. I normally, because I start at 7, and then my day is usually over at least no later than 2 or 3. So I leave and I go get my hair cut, and I enjoy the rest of my weekend.
Yeah.
But this particular day, I wound up coming back to the salon because when I was wearing my hair blonde, I would do it like almost every other week. So I came back in this particular night. He didn't know I was coming back. Oh. And long story short, it reeked of marijuana in my salon. So I don't know where he smoked it.
Yeah.
But it was there and it was strong. Long story short, my neighbor that lives upstairs, I said to him, I said, listen, I said, if you see anything weird going on when I'm not here and he's here, let me know. Yeah. And, he told me the whole story. He said, well, he was in your bathroom smoking marijuana. He said, I smelt it when I came downstairs. I could smell the coming out the window. I saw the smoke, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward, the next day, I said something to him about it. He tried to deny it, but you can't deny marijuana.
You can what? Do you say it was a skunk that got stuck outside?
Something, but yet he dumped the guts of the blunt wrapper in my trash can.
Oh God!
So it's still it was just a mess. And then the last straw was he left my lights on for 2 days in the salon.
Oh yeah, no responsibility. No.
Yeah. So I was
How
furious.
Did you handle that? Did you?
Oh, I made him give me the money.
Good for you.
I told him I can't remember if I said $25 or something like that or $30, but whatever it was, I said you owe me per day that you left my lights on, because I can't call the electric company and say, oh well, can you not charge me for these 2 days because so and so left my lights on by accident. I can't do it, so I made him pay me on top of his rent.
Good.
And then right after that, we had gotten to not a physical altercation, but there was some words exchanged after work, which led up from the weed smoking, leaving the lights on, a few other things that happened. He was only there for 30 days.
That was just 30 days.
That was in 30 days. When he smoked the weed, he was on his second week.
Whoa, I thought you were going to say like 6 months in, 9 months in.
He was only there for 30 days, and I told him he had to go.
Yeah, right away, showing his true colors, red flags, everything right there. It would just kind of probably get worse as it progressed.
Right. And he begged to stay.
Wow.
He begged to stay because it was a experience that he had never experienced before. And within the argument, he tried to tell me he doesn't like for anybody to govern him. I said, well, that's the exact thing that you need. You need somebody to kind of govern you. I said, because the path that you're going down is the wrong one, especially within this industry. Yeah. But I wound up sending him somewhere, which is something that I didn't have to do. Yeah. I wound up putting him in a position at a better barbershop because I told him, I said, you need to be around people that are guys that are doing exactly what you're doing, because I can't give you what you need specifically as far as skill set. I said, I can give you the business and how to handle yourself and how to maintain your appointments and things of that nature. I said, but the skill set I can't give you. So I sent him not too far away from where my salon is to another barbershop. Now, is he still there? I don't know. Not my responsibility.
That was nice of you. Where do you see, already just talking to you into this, I'm like, wow, he's super knowledgeable. Like, where do you see that people go wrong? And I know I have my own opinions where they go wrong when starting out in this industry, or like trying to build in this industry or try to make it.
Thinking that they don't need anybody else to help them.
Yeah, that's
and thinking that they don't need any guidance because they got it figured out.
I think hairstylists can be hard. I had to learn myself to humble ourselves to be like, hey, I'm not that great right away. Like, I got to learn.
Yes. And that comes from stylists going straight. And sometimes I blame the instructors in school, because I think they need to push more and say, hey, listen, when you get out of school, you do not know everything.
Yes, you're right.
You need to go and be somebody's assistant for at least 2 years.
100%. Yes.
And then from there, you need to still stay within that salon and grow and build your clientele and at least give that salon 5 years. And then after that, you can go and explore and, because that's like, I feel like within that 5-year frame, that's going to give you the test to see if you really got what it takes to have longevity in this business.
Yeah. And it's hard to make it.
It's hard to make it. And I'm the person that, even though I spent 5 years as an assistant.
Wow.
And
really?
that was
Where were you assisting? Were you in Philly?
Crazy. It was a hair salon down the street from my mom's house when I was like 16, 17.
Wow.
And I worked there. And then all through high school, through like 10th through 11th and 12th grade, graduated, was still an assistant for maybe about two or three more years after that. And I still was kind of bouncing around from doing assistant jobs for different people. And then I kind of stuck the last year at one particular salon. And I learned a lot about hair coloring and hairstyling, at this one particular salon because it was a 10-chair salon.
Wow.
So I got a lot from everybody. And when it was time for me to go, I was more confident and well-equipped.
How did you know it was time to open your salon? Like, did you always have a dream of that? Did you know you want that or just fell into it?
I never wanted to own my own salon. Never. I always tell people it was an opportunity that I could not have turned down.
What happened? How was it?
Well, I've been in the industry collectively, being an assistant as well. I've been in the industry for 24 years.
Wow. Amazing.
And 19 of those years have been licensed as a stylist. So all these 19 years, I've flip-flopped from many different salons. And when I got to this last salon, the salon before I got to mine, it actually was my assistant's salon. Because her dad opened her up a salon and it was just me and her.
Wow.
So now the tide had turned, I was working for my assistant, who used to be my assistant.
How funny is that? That's a joke. Wow.
Right. But it taught me, it humbled me a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
It humbled me a lot because this girl used to work for me and I taught her everything. Wow. And now flip everything around, like we're working together. It wasn't like I was working for her. We were more so working together as a team, as opposed to me working for her or she working for me. Okay. So, and I was there for maybe about 3 or 4 years. And then I was like, I need change. Like, I don't know what the change is. And then this opportunity just popped up and I was like, okay, I have to either walk through this door or not walk through it and still stay stagnant. And once I walked through the door, it was like everything fell in place like a deck of cards.
So what got you past that fear? That fear of walking through the door, what got you past it?
Fear of the unknown of what might happen, basically. Yeah. I've never been like a really, really, like I've never said out my mouth like, oh my God, I'm so scared to do that. I've never said that about anything.
Leos never would. They would never admit that.
No. I've always thought deeply about the what ifs and the what nots. Like, what if I did do it? What could come of it? If I don't do it, what might not happen? And more things happen because I did it versus me not doing it. More doors open because I did it.
Wow. And it just
so
all
imagine.
fell into place.
Say again.
I said, and it just all fell into place?
Right. So imagine had I not did it, we wouldn't be here talking now.
Wow. And I'm already loving this. This is such a good episode already. So thank God it happened.
Right.
How has it been? Now, how's your experience? Okay, so you're in your 3rd year and the fucking quarantine happened. Like, what was that like? How was that? How are you handling it? What's it like now? Because we're really not, so what's going on? What's it like for you now? Or the whole thing? What's your experience with it?
So actually, it's not as bad as I thought because I have a lot, not to get religious or spiritual or anything like that. I have a lot of faith in God, and God does.
Oh, get that on here because that's half of us. Yeah, tell us your faith. We want to hear your faith.
So, like, I believe that we were all sat down because how many times is it that we ask and we try to find a way to have a vacation for not for 3 months, but a serious vacation where we can rest
Yeah.
Now is the time when he said, okay, y'all asked for it, and now I'm going to give it to you.
Yes.
Stop fighting me on trying to get back into these salons or whatever. Rest. Do the things that you need to do. Everything that you wanted to do, you can do it now. You have nothing but time.
Yes.
And for the people that had not taken advantage of this time, shame on you.
Yeah.
Because I've done a lot of things that I could not do while working.
Same.
That I listen, I got new furniture for the salon. I got retail in the salon.
Oh, nice.
Like, so much great stuff has happened, and I had not lost a beat. So, thank God for unemployment and grants and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Because, we thank God that those things fell through or came through. I'm sorry. But other than that, like I really and good landlords too about that too.
Yeah, good landlords.
Yeah, so
also a good mindset, right? Same for me. Like you either are gonna survive or die. So it's like, okay, well now what am I gonna do now? And that's business, right? Instead of sitting and scrolling and being what happens, it's okay. What do I do now? How do I get through this stronger, better? Did you have any fear? So were you pretty feared up at the beginning, or no? Just the faith came right through.
No, it was the same thing. Like things started falling through because again, my sister-in-law is a pastor, a minister rather, and she calls me randomly at times, and I know when when the Holy Spirit is saying something to her because she has this particular face that she makes, and it's like kind of like a smirk. Wow. And she was just like, "What you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing." And she starts this whisper, and she said, "The Holy Spirit told me to tell you, stop worrying."
Wow.
And I just said, okay. And I was obedient.
And listening.
And and it wasn't so much worry, it was thinking. I guess it's the same thing.
Overthinking, yeah.
Overthinking. And once she said that, I stopped overthinking and things started to happen.
That's amazing. Now when are you planning on reopening? I don't even know. What's your goal? What are you doing? What?
So they don't have an opening date for Philly.
Right? I'm so confused by everything. People are like, I don't think it's going to be 2 more weeks. I think it's going to be after the 4th of July, but I don't know.
I said the same thing.
Did you really? I'm like, it's not. It's going to be after the 4th of July.
I said it's going to be after the 4th of July, and I said, well, great, because I'm planning a trip. I booked a trip to Houston already, so I won't even be here the 4th of July.
Good. So, what are you going to do? Good. What are you going to do in Houston?
So I have family and a lot of friends that live in Houston, and I like to visit. I visit Houston a lot. So I'll be down there from the 3rd to the 7th. And then I'll come back. Hopefully salons will be open. I'll be ready to be open. And then I leave to go to Atlanta on the 15th of August because my birthday is the 17th, but my best friend's birthday is the 20th, and she turns 40.
Oh.
And we always celebrate our birthdays together.
Down in Atlanta. I actually think I remember watching your stories from last year. I actually know I do. Down in Atlanta for your birthday. And I remember it was wild. That's like, I think one of the first times I was like, this guy is a lot of fun. And he's definitely a Leo. And I think I remember those stories on Instagram.
Oh my God, what did I do?
Dancing, all of it. I remember like each fabulous outfit, and people would like put, like when people put stories like happy birthday. And I remember, I honestly do remember this being like, wow, he's such a Leo. So like that's a Leo outfit. That's a Leo.
Yeah.
My sister's Leo. I's a Gemini. We get each other in that sort of crazy way, and sort of like, here I am. I look fabulous.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah.
Are you excited for your birthday? You're gonna do like a big celebration down there?
Not this year because I'll be 39 this year.
Oh, so not half. Wow, you look 29. Really?
Thank you. Not with this mustache and all this growing all crazy, but
is that whatever. The quarantine? Is that the quarantine growing?
Yes.
What?
It's the mess.
What have you learned the most about yourself right now during this time?
How resilient I am.
Wow, I love that.
I didn't know how resilient I was, and then how I could not only be resilient but also be impactful to other people, because again, in the midst of all of this, something that I wanted to do for my salon was sell retail.
Okay, so you didn't sell retail prior.
I didn't sell retail because I couldn't afford to purchase the retail because I was doing everything on my own.
Yeah, that's hard.
And I always said I want to sell retail and I want to get this retail in here because I wanted this second stream of income, for the salon. And I don't have to work. You don't have to work for retail at all.
Yeah.
And the company that I used my base products from, I seen her in Atlanta in February for the hair show, and she came to me and she said, the CEO, she said, Juan, she said, you need to be selling our product. You need to be doing retail. And I told her the same thing I'm telling you. And I said, it's really hard because I can't find the funds to do it.
Yeah.
And she came to me during the pandemic and was like, hey, listen, that offer is still on the table, but this is how we're going to do this. So what they were doing was giving certain people discount codes. And she was saying, tell your clients to purchase products and we'll give you a percentage off of the retail sale. So I built that money up and put that money back into purchasing retail for myself.
Wow.
And in a week, I took $200 and bought my first retail package and flipped the $200 into $700.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at you.
So, talk about resilient and being on social media, and people were coming at me like, yo, how did you sell retail? Like, I see people on your line, really going off, the first day or the first week, my phone for retail would not stop chiming.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, let it go. So I build my retail now and I'm shipping. So I try to build different packages for people because, certain clients, they don't know what to buy.
Exactly.
So you put stuff in packages for them and tell them, this is what this is for and this is what this is for. Buy this one or buy this one. And they're like, okay, boop, Apple Pay or whatever.
Love that.
Yeah.
Made it so simple for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so simplified. I give you the link. You click on it. You want to purchase moisture repair kit or do you want the tea tree therapy kit? Which one do you want? And they're like, okay, well, my scalp is kind of dry or either my hair is dry or whatever. I need this one. Well, hell, buy both of them.
That's I love it. Now, will you carry the line in your salon when you guys open back up?
I sure will. Because it's a second stream of income again that I don't have to work for. And I talked to another friend of mine who's in New York, and she was telling me how she didn't realize that she was selling $900 worth of retail in a week.
Wow.
Per week. And she was like, she didn't even realize it until her manager told her. And she was like, well, that's where all that extra money is in the account. And she was like, yeah, you're doing $900 a week in retail. So, if it can work for her, I know damn for sure it can work for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, do you have any other employees right now in your salon at the moment?
You know what? No, I don't.
I think every salon owner could say it's very tough. What is it? Why it's so hard? Because everyone's so fucking crazy. Why is it good to find good assistants and good people to work with in this industry?
Because everybody wants to be the boss.
Yeah.
And nobody knows how to be the boss.
Yeah.
Everybody was not meant to be a boss. Everybody was not meant to be the queen bee. Some people were meant to be worker bees.
Wow. Yeah. 100%.
And, people don't understand that. And I think social media has got a grip of people and, seeing people, oh, she doing it all by herself. She doing this, she doing that. But you don't know what it took for that person to get to that level.
110%. So much grind that no one ever sees, right?
They never show it.
Mm-hmm.
And you never show it. And you know what? I want to start to show the ugly side of things. And I said, I want to start documenting video-wise, the ugly parts. Matter of fact, I'm getting new shampoo bowls in tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to videotape them putting this stuff, bringing it off the truck, and me not having nobody to help me do it.
Yeah.
Because this is the part you need to see.
Yeah. No one there, no one to help you, when that breaks. And you're busy, and if the hose breaks in the middle of all clients, and then people that work for you are yelling at you, it's there's so much. What's the hardest thing as a salon owner, do you think? have you
Dealing
found?
with people.
I know.
Dealing with different personalities and knowing how to manage how to deal with them. Because when you're a salon owner, you basically turn into a parent.
Yes, you do. You do.
You turn into a parent. You turn into the mother or the father, or both.
Yeah.
And you have to learn how to deal with people. You have to learn how to sometimes woo them, and sometimes go to hell to your room, or
Go to hell to your
room. you got to learn how to deal with them.
You're so right.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like I don't even want to hear it. Like, go away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't come back. Don't come down for supper. Okay, leave me alone. Like, it's retarded.
That's so. What do you see like for the future of your salon? What do you see? Do you see something bigger now? I mean, I feel like we're kind of lost the bigger. I feel bad for really giant salons, honestly, in the way we're moving after all of this. Mm-hmm. Do you see yourself staying a more intimate 1, 2, 3, maybe people, or maybe you, or you're just open to anything?
I want to say I want to be open to anything, but I like it's just me. I have a 3-chair salon, but it's me, and it's so intimate. I don't have to worry about adjusting my tempo for somebody else.
Love that. Yeah, because I'm always the loudest in the salon, and I drive everyone crazy.
And that's fine. Whether you're loud, whether you're quiet, whatever your tempo is, whatever your clients enjoy about you or enjoy about me, that's the tempo that I set, and they enjoy it. So if they enjoy it, why? I hate to say why, but when you bring someone else in, is not of the same tempo, it fluctuates the equalizer. You know how the equalizer just goes up and down like that? It's going to be like that. So looking at it like, if I can keep this same tempo going the whole time, I can pay all the bills. I got this extra stream of income coming in. I'm traveling. I'm doing all the things that I want to do, and I'm still great. Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
Yeah. Wow.
And my overhead is not that expensive, but I still have rent at home and rent at the salon, but I manage it very well.
Yeah.
So,
do you have an assistant, someone to help you, or is it just you in there now at the salon?
So on Saturdays, I have an assistant.
Okay.
I would love an assistant during the week. My clients wouldn't.
Your clients don't want the assistant?
They don't want the assistant during the week. Now, the one on Saturday, they all love her.
Yeah. Why don't they want the week?
Because my clients are so used to me, and they're used to that one-on-one interaction. They like me shampooing. They love me to do their services, and I like to do it too. Don't get me wrong.
I got
because I can see everything that's going on. Yeah. But sometimes I just want to just stand over here.
Take a break.
And I don't want to go walk back and forth up and down the steps. I don't want to do all of that. But in due time, if that right person comes, which I thought I did have, but that was a whole nother story.
Oh, really? That wasn't the weed-smoking barber? No,
it wasn't him. I had a guy who had just graduated from hair school.
And what happened?
And he, again, the same thing we were talking about earlier about young people getting out of school. They just want to jump and dive right into it. And he didn't want to take the steps. He wanted to just jump out there. And a real quick story, I made him do a haircut in front of me. And he got nervous.
Was it a female, male haircut?
Well, it was a mannequin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
It was a mannequin.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that the haircut was bad. It was that the haircut wasn't what you told me it was going to be.
Oh, wow.
So when I showed him the picture that he showed me and I showed him the mannequin, he got all flustered, and like it were clients there. And like the clients were like, well, it's not bad, but everybody messes up.
Everyone, you gotta
do it again.
Yeah.
The mannequin not gonna say nothing, just do it again. And he got discouraged. And not too long after that, he wanted to go work at this other salon during the week. It just was like, I told him, I said, okay, you gotta go because you can't play both sides of the fence.
That's true. And I think that people now, like, I remember, and you seem to be the same, when I got into the hair industry, like before I was even allowed to start on the floor, the people that I assisted for, they used to make me do, like, I remember foils. and they would pick it up on the mannequin. And if they were not perfectly aligned, I had to do it again in 45 minutes. And then I was allowed to bring a friend or family member in to try on them. And then I was allowed to do it on the floor. You know, and I just sucked it up because I knew I wasn't good and I knew I needed to learn. But I think you're right. It's sort of the humbling. Like if you're in beauty school, I feel like beauty school doesn't really teach you that much. You have to assist and you have to be humble and be like, I know nothing and I want to learn from you.
Right. And that's the biggest thing. And I think like years ago when I first started, it was the thing to be a shampoo boy or a shampoo girl, or it was the thing to do while you were in high school. Now the thing to do is, oh no, I know how to do hair. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Nothing. Nothing.
And you got to learn the people.
Nothing.
You got to learn how to work with the people, the clients, what different types of personality, how to read the body, how to like. It's so in depth.
But they don't see that. All they see is, oh, she or he drive around a Mercedes Benz and she got on the latest Louboutins or whatever, and you just like. You know how long it took me to get this? I
was just going to say that they have no idea. That's why people fail or not fail, quit within the first 5 years because you make nothing. You make peanuts. You have to put in grind so many weeks. I work 7 days a week to get to that. If you're a hairstylist and you're just starting out and you see people driving what he said and rocking, guarantee you they put 7 days a week for years in the industry to get that.
And now they work 3 days a week making $3,000. And you're like, well, how did you do that?
Yeah,
because for the first 15, 20 years, I worked 5 to 7 days a week. Yeah, that's why I can work 3 days a week and make this amount of money. That's why.
Absolutely, you got to put in the work to play hard and to get on. It's almost like a mini hairstylist retire. Like I love when I would hear girls fresh off like, I only want to work 4 days a week. I'm like, really? You got to do 5, and maybe in 20 years or 15 years, you can do 3-4 days a week.
Exactly.
You know, and I always say this too. I don't know if I feel like I can tell if someone's going to make it if they demand a lunch break, especially on a Saturday. If they demand, they're not going to make it. If they're like, I need lunch, I need a half-hour break, I'm like, you're not going to make it in the hair world, sweetie.
What's lunch?
What's lunch? Thank you. I had a few that were like, we don't take lunch, so you better eat in the bathroom while peeing and getting your coffee all at the same time.
Basically, I mean, that's how it pans out sometimes. My assistant on Saturdays, we talk every day. We've talked every day since the pandemic. Because like she's my friend too. And she's older and she has another job during the week, but she wound up helping me out on the weekends, and she does little odd things for me too on the side.
Yeah.
So we were talking yesterday and she said to me, Juan, do you notice ever like on Saturdays, like we be working, we don't never, like she said, sometimes I might take a break to go to the store and get like a bag of chips and water.
Yeah.
She said, but we don't eat. I said, because there's no such thing as eating when, no, there's no such thing.
There's just a thing as eating, especially on a Saturday.
And right, and sometimes my clients are like, stop, did you eat something? And I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't remember. Did I eat? And they're like, I'm gonna go get you something. I'm like, you don't have to. I said, girl, you about to be next. Like,
I know, don't be stuck in line. Get in.
Yeah, but no, I love everything about the industry. I love being in the industry. I don't foresee me doing anything else. If I'm not behind a chair, I have to be an educator, a product developer. I have to be in this industry until the day I die. Like there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. So, whether I'm a salon owner in the next 10 or 15 years, that don't matter to me. This is just a part of the journey. And I don't know. Like, I was not supposed to, I forgot to leave this out. Before I decided to do hair, I wanted to be Janet Jackson's background dancer.
You post a lot about Janet, and I love Janet Jackson. So you did. Tell me about that.
So when I was growing up, around 11 or 12, this guy came to my school, short story. Guy came to my school from a dance school, and I guess they were doing like something for good kids or something in school. Yeah. And I was on the news. I was in the front row and I was dancing because the guy came and taught us this whole choreography or whatever. Out of all the kids, he came to me. and was like, I need you to be in my school.
Wow.
I hemmed and hawed with my mom for 2 years on going to the school. She finally let me go. This is around the time that my dad passed away too.
Okay.
And my dad was very supportive of it.
Aww.
And he was like, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. He said, I could see if you were, because he was like against my mom and they weren't together, but he was like against what my mom was saying. He was like, if that's what he want to do, why don't you let him do that? It's not like he wants to go outside and sell drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's keeping him off the street.
Yeah.
Well, she finally let me do it. In the midst of it, like I said, my father passed away.
Aww.
And I kept to it till I was maybe about 20. And I had to make a decision because it was like I went to hair school and I did this. And my mentor was like, okay, we were at a hair show. And I was mad because the dance group that I was in the hair show for the salon I worked at.
Wow.
And I couldn't be on the stage because he was like, you got to make a choice. Either you're going to do hair and be on the stage or you're going to dance and be on the stage. He said, you can't.
That you really had to make a choice.
I had to make a choice. So I had to figure out, how can I dance with my hands on the stage?
Oh my God, I love that.
So he taught me how to make hair fly when you're doing a hair show.
He did. Wow.
He taught me how to do that. And like, if you would ever see me like working like at a hair show or just working in general, like when I'm in my zone and the music is good, especially with Janet Jackson playing, like if I'm in the zone, like you'll start to see like choreography.
Oh, I want to come watch your hair show. Let me know.
It's so if I think I have one, like it's on YouTube or something, I'll try to screenshot it and like put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But it like people have been like, yo, like I couldn't take my eyes off you.
It's amazing. So you merged your two favorite worlds into one energy.
Exactly.
Oh my God. I love that.
I had to because I like to this day, like I have urges to just be like, I'm not doing hair. I'm gonna just go be a dancer.
Yeah.
But of course I've gained like 80 pounds since way back then. But
that's amazing.
It's still in me. Thank you. It's still in me to dance, but I have to find the time to do it now.
You should make a TikTok and you could do like all Janet Jackson dances and bring those back.
Everybody wants me to make a TikTok, and I am so scared of what my big self is going to look like on camera.
Listen, let me just tell you, I love TikTok, okay? And I love watching more than anything, I didn't think I would enjoy it because at first, now my friends are starting to get it. At first, I've had TikTok for like a year, and now they're starting to get it. And I love watching them dance. They look so happy, making a fool of themselves. Even some are good, some aren't. And it like makes me smile, but I think you should do that too. Or with your hair, you could do like post all your hair videos with Janet Jackson, make some dancing. You could, do it. Fucking do it.
One of my clients said the same thing, and I was like, I am not good. She's like, you can do it. You can do it.
You're not going to believe this. I have over 10,000 followers on TikTok, and I've never even checked a message, nothing. It's been the easiest thing I've ever done because it wasn't filtrated yet, and it still isn't. And kind of like how Instagram once was 7 years ago, the reason why it's hard now I think to get followers and all that is because you need that young crowd. And so the young crowd that's obsessed with the internet, that's always obsessed with you, is on TikTok right now. They're not on Instagram anymore. So I feel like it's easy now to like get seen on there and to build. And I know you're like fabulous creative. You should really get on there and you could merge. You could do like dancing while doing the hair and you would be a hit. Seriously, make a TikTok.
Oh God.
Make it.
Okay, well, that's going to be that's on my to-do list when things open back up.
Yes, when they think about your TikTok videos, just put that out there, and I would love it. I'd be watching all your Janet Jackson dancing every last one of them. Now, we're getting to the end of our episode. This has been fabulous. So I always like to ask a few questions at the end. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sometimes we'll get into childhoods with people, sometimes we don't, but I do like to ask this question. If you could go back, one of the questions, if you go back in time and ask young little inner child Juan, or not ask, say something to him, something you needed to hear at a pivotal time in your life, what would you say?
say everything you need to say and don't feel remorseful about it.
Wow. I love that. I feel like a lot of people, the guilt, say what you need and not feel guilty. Wow.
I was very, what you see now, before my father passed away, I was a totally different person.
Okay.
Like I was very quiet, very shy, very like kind of like sunken in. Still popular, but not as boisterous.
Okay.
And I think then, before my father passed away, there were a lot of things I should have said to people, or should I say my parents?
Okay.
My family. There was a lot of things I should have said that I didn't say.
Wow.
And I will probably say that. Say everything you need to say and don't be remorseful about it.
Wow. I love that. That's so true. And speak the truth. I love that. Now, what is the best piece of advice anyone's ever given you?
Wow.
I like to see, and if people are like, Colleen, why didn't you tell me that before? But I like to see what.
I love it. I love this.
Good.
It's been so much that people have said, but I feel like the best thing that anybody has ever said, and I mean, this goes across the board, just don't doubt yourself. Like why do you doubt yourself?
Yeah.
And it happens, still to this day, being almost 39 years old. Like sometimes I doubt myself and I'm like, why am I like, I am great. Like, why am I doing this? Yeah. Like I got so much to offer and so much to tell. My mom told me I need to write a book.
Yeah, you should.
And I was like, I don't have anything to talk about, Mom. She said, yes, you do. She said, you got a lot of things to talk about.
Listen, we just talked for almost an hour and I feel like we go 2 more hours. So you got a lot.
But I'm just like, I said, Mom, I don't think it's time yet. She said, it is. She said, but just know that you have so much more life to live and you got so much more story to tell. What you have from then to up to this point is going to help save somebody's life. Wow.
That just gave me chills again. I feel like you're lighting me up electrically here. Oh my God. Your mom she's so right. Wow. Now, what do you want to leave our listening audience with? People, and I have all kinds of listeners, hair listeners, non-hair stylists.
Right.
What do you want to leave with our listening audience?
Whatever it is that's on your mind that you want to bring to fruition, whether it be a business, whether you want to be Janet Jackson's background dancer, whether you want to own a farm, like, do it. Like, just do whatever it is that's going to make you happy. Yeah. Do it, and do not be remorseful about what anybody else is going to say about it. Don't let anybody turn you down. I always tell people, no is the first sign of negotiation. When you hear that first no, that means, okay, now I need to start a negotiation at some point.
Wow. That is good. Yes. Yep. Yes. Thank you, Juan. This has been an amazing interview. I feel like we're fast best friends. You're super close. I can't wait to do dinner. I'm going to go out dancing with you when all that opens up. We are getting together. Now, for our listening audience, again, his salon is located in Philadelphia. Where can they find you? Instagram, website, Philly? Tell us.
Okay. So the salon is located at 421 North 63rd Street in West Philadelphia. You can find me on Instagram at J.Saleem Hair. That's JSALEEMHAIR. Or you can go to my hair page. They're all the same page, but whatever case. I have another page, which is J.Saleem Salon. That's really all salon stuff. And then I'm on Facebook at Juan Moses. And then I'm on Twitter too at J.Saleem Hair, but I don't really get that too much energy.
You don't get, I know. I just post stuff. I'm laughing because I wonder how many people when they heard West Philadelphia went born and raised on a playground for stuff, because instantly in my head, have you got, like, as soon as I heard it, I instantly went to that song. I went to Fresh Prince too, just in that very moment. And I was like, I wonder how many, do you do that yourself? Like subconsciously, consciously, you think when you hear West Philadelphia? Born and raised?
Sometimes I do. There's a big mural of Will Smith in West Philly. Like right on, I want to say it's Girard Avenue.
Oh,
Like it's so massive. Like it's like the size. It's literally the size of a building. Like it's that tall from the ground up.
holy shit.
It's huge. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, I need to go check that out. Thank you again, Juan, for an amazing interview. Thank you for coming on to the Hair Healer podcast, speaking your truth, being wonderful. You have so much wisdom you're going to give to a lot of people. If anyone wants to reach out, any questions, concerns, not concerns, it's awesome. Any questions, wants to reach out, if they can't find Juan, anything like that, please feel free to reach out to me, the Hair Healer podcast at yahoo.com, or find me on Instagram at the Hair Healer 1111. If you have a story, a truth, if you're a hairstylist, you got something to bring, please reach out on one of those things. DM me. I love you all. Thank you again for listening, and have
Thank you.
a day.